Okay, so this question says which statement best describes the equation y equals a times 1.22 raised to the x, where a represents the initial value and x represents the time in years. So again, once we have our question, we just want to pay attention to important details, what we know. So we know that a is our initial value and x represents the time in years. And if we go back to what we know about exponential equations, remember it comes in the general form y is equal to a times b raised to the x. And the a is our initial value and the b is our growth factor. So when we look at this particular equation, what are some things we know? Well, we know the a is the initial value and our growth factor is 1.22. Therefore, since that is the case, since our growth factor is 1.22, we know that this and 1.22 is greater than 1, then this has to be an equation that represents exponential growth. So we're going to find one of the statements that refers to exponential growth. We, however, want to figure out what is the percentage growth that is occurring. So in order to find percent growth, here's what we do. We're going to turn that 1.22 into a percent by multiplying by 100. And remember, we say we multiply by 100 because percent means 100. So that's why we're multiplying by 100. When we do that, we notice we're getting 122%. So remember, percent increase is how much of an increase there was above the original 100%. So in this case, to do that, we're going to subtract the 100 from 122, which means the percent increase that took place was 22%. So the statement that best describes the equation is going to be y represents an exponential growth of 22%.